Welcome back to the Web3 Rundown. Joe, we got a lot of exciting news out there. The crypto markets, as always, are always alive. Things are happening in the AI world. We got millionaires out there, millionaire AI agents creating meme coins. But how you doing today, man?
I'm excited. A lot of good news out there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we're going to start off by talking a little bit about Big Daddy Bitcoin here and what's happening. Pretty much where we were last week, dude. We were at about 67,000. Ethereum's up a little bit where we were a week ago. But Solana's been making the big moves here recently, which has been great. But, tons of bullish news out there happening with Bitcoin. We got an all-time high with the hash rate, really helping boost the network security. In addition, we saw good old Elon Musk doing some interesting things recently, Joe, where Tesla moved $225 million worth of Bitcoin to, I believe, nine separate wallets. Did you see that news at all happening or hit the newswire last week?
I didn't, but you told me that he was thinking about doing something special with it speculatively.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna do something special or not, but the good news is, and I did this for a market update recently, is that these nine wallets aren't connected to a centralized exchange, so there's no like Coinbase connection behind it. So I don't think it's a sell signal. Bitcoin hasn't really reacted or the market hasn't really reacted in a negative spot there. But a lot of people that I've actually talked to thought maybe he's going to be lending against it, which would be super freaking bullish for Bitcoin overall.
Mm.
And we have some other news out there where like the SEC approved the New York Stock Exchange options trading for Bitcoin for the ETFs. And just a bullish time out there in the macros. I do think we're about 2 weeks away from the election here. And with that, hopefully election pump. What are your thoughts here for kind of the majors in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I don't have any predictions on the majors. I just like that we scratched the all-time high, 70,000. I know a lot of my soul buddies are looking for soul to take off. There's a lot of resistance there. There's a lot of people bought in right before underneath the 200 mark. So, but once that takes off, I personally would love to see Solana flip Ethereum, which is funny because I'm a Ethereum head, and so were you, Brian, when you first started here with
Totally.
us. And so, yeah, it's interesting to see how personally my narrative completely changed on that. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. Something exciting happening with the majors. Yeah, I want to see some shakeup here.
Yeah, and you talk about shakeup. So Solana's actually outperformed Bitcoin and Ethereum. Some people speculating that Solana is gonna, get over that $200 mark, which would be absolutely great to see. I think it's gonna go even higher personally, not financial advice for anyone out there. But we're touching like $167 right now. And a lot of that has to do with, good old meme coin action on the network. Solana is buzzing around that. We have MoonPay adds Venmo as a payment option for US customers. And it's just really creating a pretty big buzz out there. I know I personally think Solana, that chain's getting most of its activity from meme coins. Do you have any data behind that, or what's your personal vibe there?
Yeah, Solana is the overall fun network, personally, I believe. I think it was 13 to 17% of the entire network was based off of meme tokens. That might be more in his next run up. I don't see why it doesn't take over in different forms and facets too, like NFTs. It'd be interesting to see where NFTs go this next cycle. Will the mainstays like art stay in Ethereum, or will we see that kind of burgeoning in Bitcoin more so, or in Solana? It's going to be interesting to see. But one thing for sure, Solana definitely still has the spotlight in meme tokens, which is interesting because on a market cap a usage for the chain ratio, like 17% is a lot, but Ethereum holds the top three meme tokens still of all of crypto, which is, Pepe, Sheeb, and Doge. So until something happens to flip that, which, that should be the soul rally, then, time will tell if it's going to pass 200 and beyond.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I'm like you said, just to recap all of that. Back in the day, what, over a year ago, I was an absolute ETH maxi. It felt like, not really. I love kind of all sorts of different coins, not really a maxi, but really opened up my portfolio to the Solana world and haven't looked back. It's been a lot of fun. But talk to me a little bit about Stripe. I know you have some news there you want to address.
Yeah, definitely want to. I mean, it's pretty big news because Stripe is a most people don't know this, but Stripe is a $70 billion company, and they purchased the biggest crypto acquisition of all time. They purchased Bridge for $1.1 billion. So that is pretty exciting to see. And what Bridge does is it helps bridge businesses to onboard crypto users and to accept stablecoin. Bridge and Stripe. Well, Stripe has a big partnership with Shopify. You guys might have heard of them, a small company called Shopify that sells pretty much everything. And they have partnerships with Ford, Toyota, a lot of automotive manufacturers work through Stripe, unbeknownst to me. Now, Tesla is an automotive company. Will they onboard, stable coins or Bitcoin, whatever? That's going to be exciting. But Stripe's making some big moves, and with the partners that they have, if any one of those partners want to take stable coins through Bridge, which they just acquired, then they can now do so. So it's just getting easier overall, right? You show MoonPay, which is Venmo, is allowing crypto through MoonPay with Venmo, and we're just seeing more and more easier access. And then what Moonshot is an easy onboarding for meme tokens. So we have easy onboarding for meme coins. It makes sense for easy onboarding to purchase other things, right? So it's a very exciting time right now to see this kind of all come together.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. And absolutely, what's been captivating everybody out there has been basically how AI and crypto have kind of merged together all of a sudden out of nowhere because of Truth Terminal, the X Twitter account, who recommended Goatsy Maximus, also known as the ticker GOAT, to tons of people across Twitter. And we saw an AI recommended coin called GOAT pumped to a $400 million market cap, man. This is some amazing stuff out here in the meme coin world. I feel like we're talking about meme coins all the time within our private community. We talk about it on the rundown here, and there's always something. We talk about legacy meme coins, the Doges, the Pepes, and why we really truly believe that they're going to pump into the bull run. But I didn't see an AI agent on Twitter recommending a coin to be the next hot thing coming. And it's a crazy story. What are your thoughts of that whole deal?
I mean, AI has been in the mainstream news for the longest, right? But for it to launch, well, it didn't launch a meme coin. It helped pumped a meme coin and to become a millionaire. I think that is exciting and scary. I think I mentioned because a lot of people are sending meme tokens to this AI bot because they want their meme token to be pumped. So this AI bot is getting richer and richer by the day, and there's a lot of simps out there, would do stuff for money. And who knows, if this AI bot gets $1 billion, who knows what may happen. However, there has been a thread out since then that the developer, I think you know his name, Brian,
Yeah,
says these are
Andy
not just
Array.
yeah, these aren't just like off the leash, AI bots in the wild with no control. They do have, they have a centralized person that can control them. So that's good to know that they're not going to be sending out, $1 million to some black ops somewhere or whatnot. So that's safe. That reassures me.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is like the new hot thing in meme coins right now are AI coins and how it's, interacting. And we have, if you just search on Twitter, AI agents, it's like the complete buzz right now where people are training these AI agents to search for meme coins, create meme coins. It's a total buzz out there. There's actually a marketplace I was reading about recently where you could bid and buy on AI agents and what they're trained on. And I really do believe that AI and crypto, while it's always been integrated to a point, this is really an interesting time. I think a lot of AI people are looking into crypto right now because of this specific piece of news with the Go token, because this is really it feels like it makes a lot of sense where AI can predict or manipulate or create or interact in a financial system. And it's way easier to interact in crypto than it is traditional finance, or fiat or anything along those lines. So this is a really interesting time. This Go token blows my mind because it's a $400 million market cap. The chart, I'll bring up the chart for everyone. It actually looks okay. I mean, I thought this thing was going to go to zero when it first launched. I was like, I don't really get it. And it did. It went down hundreds of millions of dollars and then pumped right back up, right back into the $400 million mark. And it looks to be kind of consolidating right there as well. But it did get all the way up to a $500,000. Joe, we gonna see it hit $1 billion. Predict the future for me, my guy.
I don't know about that. I think potentially with what the meme super cycle that everyone's calling for, that it'll be easy to hit $1 billion. It's already at 400 million, and no one knows about it but us people in the dark corner of the world. What I'm more interested in is when they move that GOAT token. This bot has $500,000 worth of this GOAT token. I want to see that AI agent send another AI agent some meme tokens because that will signify a big move, a big shift in paradigm for a lot of people. Meaning we can create AI agents that go make money for us, right? We brought a lot of people on our podcast to talk about AI agents being the next big thing, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, and it just feels like it's the natural wave here. And there's people out there. There's AIs making millions of dollars because people are sending a GOAT token to their Solana address that they have. There's people in their parents' basement making millions of dollars gambling on meme coins, and there's people getting absolutely rinsed in meme coins as well. But one
Mm.
person or one company that is absolutely killing it is Pump.Fun. And if anybody doesn't know, Pump.Fun's a platform where you can create Solana meme coins literally within just a few minutes. And they're absolutely printing money. I had something written down here. I think it was like $200 million in the last 9 months, something crazy. They're making about 10,000 SOL a day or 1.66
Oof.
million in daily fees. And that's in the month of October. So Pump.Fun, the house seems to always win no matter what casino you're playing at. And Pump.Fun actually started to tease a little bit about a token recently as well. Not sure if that's going to actually happen. I've interacted with Pump.Fun in their platform, so I wouldn't be upset if they give some people who have used or early on a token. But Joe, it's kind of hard for me to believe. Why would they launch a token when they're just making $1.6 million a day in revenue already? I feel like the reason you make a token is maybe to generate more revenue or something along those lines. But if they have a true plan behind it, I'm all for it. Kind of, what are your thoughts there if they would even consider launching one?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I didn't even know that they were going to launch a token, but I do know, the best form of flattery is someone copying you, and Solana's launching their own pumped out fund on their own network. Why have someone else do it? So that'd be interesting to see how a token for a meme coin platform changes any game at all. But yeah, I don't have any outsized opinion on that since I personally haven't used Pump That Fun, but I have plenty of friends that sent me web addresses with Pump That Fun at the end of it, and I've participated. So hopefully I get some tokens is what I'm saying.
Well, the one thing about Pump.Fun that's always fun in these group chats or when you're sharing these very highly
Yeah.
speculative coins is whenever it bonds, meaning it goes from the Pump.Fun platform and you can actually buy it on Jupiter or Radium. And people are like, our coin bonded because it hit a certain threshold of trading on
Mhm.
Pump.Fun. There's nothing more exciting because they're like 10x's typically. But I've taken my fair share of losses on Pump.Fun, so I've donated to the cause. Release a token.
Yeah, if people want to learn more about that, what Brian was just saying, that like meme tokens aren't free to launch. I realized that after following Turbo, one of the AI assisted meme tokens. You need liquidity pool and you need to get past a certain threshold. You can't just buy any meme coin. So definitely, there's more information for the average person to dive into who wants to learn about that, because you don't want to just dive into any meme token, and that's what we go through of our communities to make sure you get into ones that are bonded already. Cool. Yeah. And talking about meme tokens, something exciting has happened today. And in fact, you shared this with me, Brian, but our good friend who developed the Ordinals protocol and Runes protocol, which is Bitcoin NFTs and Bitcoin meme coins, has launched his own meme token, and it's going to be minting on block 8688186. I don't know when that is, but people are already anticipating for the Bitcoin blockchain to be bloated and for fees to skyrocket. I don't know if this is going to mint. I mean, it's already 50% minted out, so I, I don't know if I could get my hands on some. Is what I'm saying, but this is going to be interesting because you told me also that you potentially can maybe on the far stretch side get some of these meme coins if you are a Patreon member for Casey Rodamore's YouTube channel.
Oh boy, yeah. We didn't talk about this during the outline at the beginning of this show. We were going to talk about that
No, this is
alpha.
alpha. This is alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's highly speculative bet. I've had some people recommend that, if you sign up through Patreon, I think it's the Hell's podcast, and there's a subscription base, I think $5, $10 or $100 for the year. Um, he's been collecting ordinals addresses, taproot addresses. So that's interesting. And even in the description, it says there's really no plan for it. But if they ever do have a plan, they want to have your ordinals address. So I'm like, this seems like a very low risk play. $10 to give him my ordinals address. And I'm truly interested in the podcast. I'm very excited to be a member. And we even kind of talked, why wouldn't you just donate to Casey already? He's done a lot for the community. And then I saw this rune being created, and I was like, Joe, take a look at the donate, take a look at the Patreon, drop your ordinals address. This could be, definitely a break even or an even plus money if you would get any of those runes for supporting somebody. But either way, happy to support their podcast for sure.
Here to here, there's some alpha here. Talking about runes, we want to give some more alpha. I actually love in the runes ecosystem now. I thought it was dead personally, and we talked about this in depth for the last year or so. And here's a look at Base Angels rune that just popped off. It did a 10x in like 1 day, actually. Yeah. So it's relatively low market cap compared to Solana and Ethereum, which is good if you look at it in terms of risk reward play, low risk, high reward. And the reason I wanted to show this is because Base Angels runes actually came out after the NFT. And what I wanted to point out to the audience is that the NFT popped of 5 to 6x, which is great. It's not horrible, right? Like, sure, the 10x on the rune on a meme coin is a lot better, but the NFT popping also 5 to 6x is great to see for the market overall. I personally believe after the meme super cycle, if there is one, people don't get bored, because there's so much. There's only so much you could do with meme coins until they develop more utility, but there is still a lot of I would say more community driven efforts within the NFT world of things and people like that. So I definitely see that as a great like foreshadowing of what bright spots are in the NFT world to come.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes a ton of sense, man. The world of meme coins, NFTs to, come together. We've talked about it in the past. There's no surprise there, in my opinion. Just for everybody, meme coins are 99% of them are going to absolutely go to zero. But until then, it could be a wild, wild ride in some of these meme coins. So that's kind of what we're always talking about on this show within our private community more in depth, how you can kind of capture these opportunities for the while the hype and the attention's there in meme coins and meme coins that make a lot of sense. Murad's done a great job kind of almost creating a meme coin index, and it's a lot of top meme coins that we like with hundreds of $1 million market caps, which we talk about are considered like the blue chip meme coins. And they could really last through this next cycle. But right now we got pumped off fun making tens of millions of dollars weekly, launching new coins hand over fist. Feels very like how the NFT craze was after, things started to get a little saturated there when every NFT mint would 10x. Eventually that's going to run out. It's going to run out with meme coins as well. But what we're getting here, these core principles in communities, and that's really where NFTs have always, excelled at, were these small tight knit communities. You're a big Pizza Ninja fan. I think they're a great community. And that's not just cool art, something inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain that you'll own forever, but it's also like a great place to learn and develop your skills. And, can't emphasize enough how strong communities need to be to have a project take off.
Yeah, community for sure, absolutely. But also we're seeing a lot of movement in the art world nowadays. So one of your favorite artists, actually, Brian, Alpha Centauri Kid, just sold 5 pieces for $290,000, and that could go on for a long time because X Copy just released another edition, and he sold out immediately. So we're seeing a lot more flow back into the art world, in the NFT world, not just community driven NFTs, profile pictures, but also art. And the last point about NFTs that I'm going to make before we move on is that a lot of my meme coin speculative friends, they're buying meme coins based off of which ones could be really great PFPs. I'm like, oh, really? I was like, why do you think this is going to hit 1 billion? And I quote, he said, because we believe the PFP of this is going to be a big hit.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's you got some sharp friends. Let's just call it what it is. And I love that Axe sold tons of different pieces of those 5 pieces of art. It actually I have one of those frame TV, Joes, the Samsung frame TVs, and every Halloween. I love that collection he has, the great color study. Not shilling it to anybody, not financial advice, but I think it's one of the coolest collections around. If you really like Act, if you really like what he's done, the story behind it's really spectacular. But where I'm going with this is I actually have it on display, all the color studies, flipping through my frame TV in the month of October for Halloween. And the reason that is because there's like skulls and it's perfect time and fitting. And when my kids ask, "Well, I have skulls on the TV," I'm like, "Well, it's a high-end piece of digital art, kids. Beat it." No. But somebody's absolutely killing it, and I know we're really taking up a lot of time talking about all the fun stuff here. Is Magic Eden? They're making some big announcements. Jack, the CEO of Magic Eden, basically is calling them a one-stop shop. Their goal is to be the one-stop shop in digital assets. We're talking,
Love it.
sounds like runes, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, just everything out there. And Joe, you pointed this out to me, this blog, their magic principles, M's for make crypto easier for everyone. A is for all assets, all one chain, on one app. G for grow the space. I for in it for the long term. And C, community transparency. And they got some big news coming out there, Magic Eden, because we've been trading on that platform forever, buying our runes, buying our ordinals, and we've been collecting diamonds. And I kind of thought they were dust for the longest time. And I have quite a few bit of diamonds. And we were just talking about before the show. And I was like, Magic Eden seems to like they just get it. They seem to be the premier marketplace. I don't want to call them NFT marketplace anymore because they do so much more, it feels like. But this Magic Eden token and these diamonds feel like they might be worth something. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen really quickly. So this Magic Eden token is selling right now on Whales. So for those who don't know, Whales is a pre-market sales platform. You can pre-sell your diamonds. Right now, they're going for around 31 cents. And it has, it's nothing to sneeze at. They had over $1 million in pre-market sales volume already. So what I'm thinking is I'm bullish. I'm happy. I mean, people could do their own math, but I made close to $12,000 worth of off of the diamonds that I have with Magic Eden. And that's organic, meaning, a lot of people go farm, right? They go to a Blur, they go to certain L1s, L2s to yield farm and get tokens. I've done that a little bit, but Magic Eden, I just love trading runes and collecting NFTs and getting paid to do that. That's exciting. So where do I think like my mile high, wish is that I hope they become a Binance. Like they mentioned Binance, right? Binance launched infamously their BNB token. I bought BNB when it was like $1, and then they jumped into a smart contract and it jumped to like $300-500. I was like, I wish I had 1,000 BNBs when that happened. So I hope Magic Eden launches this and turns it into a smart contract one day and truly become the next Binance. And I'll hold this diamond from 12 to 12,000, 12 million. That'll be exciting for me.
That'd be exciting for me as well if that would happen. Beers are on you for life if you flip that 12K into 12 million on your diamonds. I'm excited for the token. Magic Eden's doing a great job out there. I've actually met the team in the past, and they seem to really just understand what it takes to succeed in this space, and they're always continuously developing. And they're kind of doing what OpenSea never did. We've talked about that in the past. OpenSea was such the default; they had such a head start on just the entire economy of NFTs and probably could have taken over meme coins if they just, really just were a little bit more conscious of what the market was demanding. And Magic Eden came in here out of nowhere, started, onboarding all sorts of different chains. They're onboarding Ape Chain that's connected to the 48 Yacht Club. They're onboarding, it looks like Bear Chain. I remember seeing a little bear pop up. So they're gonna be all chains, just make stuff easier. And if you're early like you were, like I was, like people within our community, even within some of these NFTs, I really think once we see this bull run, things are going to pop off and we're all going to be going to magiceden.io.
Yeah, that's 12,000 at pre-market price. If it's, it comes out at $1, you might not see me on this rundown again. And a small fun fact that I'm going to let the cat out of the bag that Brian probably doesn't want anyone to know is that Brian could have been a bigwig at Magic Eden, but I'm glad he's swimming with the little fishes down here with a rundown. Yeah, that's a small tidbit for everyone. He was going to be with Magic Eden, but thankfully he's with us.
They're a great platform.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about a trade alert. Typically we go over trade alerts, meme tokens. But I'm gonna go over one that I don't have time to do because as we're recording this is dropping in an hour and 10 minutes. So we better wrap this up soon because if you don't know, sports is back. Everyone's more excited when football is back. But guess what else is back? NBA. And NBA Top Shot is launching the rookie debut pack. So this typically would be a trade alert. Not automatically. We had to go through and take a look at the details, supply and demand metric, who wants it in the community, got to dive into the Discord. So I did that. I dived into the Discord and I got a thumbs up from the few members that I would like to see give thumbs up, meaning they spent a lot of money. They're like, yeah, we're going for this. So this is gonna sell out. This is an automatic money printer. It might not be a lot. It could be $10, $5 profit, but if you have fast fingers, you get 100 of these. That's $500 for clicking some buttons, like I always like to say. One thing that's going to be a major draw here that I'm going to share my screen one more time is the LeBron James. If you don't, those who don't know, he's the GOAT. We talked about the GOAT token, but he's the GOAT of basketball. And they created a new tier. So this is, I'm not sure in tandem or above the ultimate tier, but they call it the supernova tier, which sounds pretty crazy, right? Like supernova is when you go, I don't know, supersonic speed. I don't know what it is, but it's a supernova tier, and LeBron James is the first one. So people is going to be trying to go for these in the packs. There's two of them in this particular pack, and then they sprinkle them out in other packs, which helps for us to determine which ones are money makers or not. So this would typically be our trade alert, but I'm giving to you guys because by the time you're watching this, it's already gonna be over. You can see if I'm right or wrong in the aftermarket. One thing I like to share. Last time, I'm gonna share my screen. Here are some of the things that you can hit in there. So you can get a LeBron James worth $8,000 at current ask. Now you have less than a 1% shot at this. So to each his own. But there's a couple of gems in there that's worth going for. And then also, of course, you have a lot of rookies that makes this a little bit appealing. So just want to give some insight there on the trade alert. Also, I'm not going to review. I was going to review a little bit more about a trade alert that I'm going to do upcoming, but I will give you a hint. It is a dog meme coin, which may or may not be a hint because there's a million dog meme coins. But we're going to do a deep dive into that, things that have been absolutely flying within our community. So definitely want to check that. Click on the link if you want to check that out.
Man, I'm into this. I'm into this supernova tier. Are we excited? So you're max packing this bad boy. So is that a recommendation? Since nobody on here is going to be able to get it at a time, are you recommending me to max pack it, Joe? Not financial
Yeah, so
advice.
they're doing a live drop. So before you could pre-order and you can see how many people have put credit card down payments, right? So you can see
Ah,
the supply and demand. But for these are a little bit trickier because you don't know the demand, right? If this sells out in 5 minutes, then you'll be hitting yourself in the head. You're like, oh, I should have went for these. But if you went for it and bought like $1,000 worth of packs and they sucked, which I've done before, by the way, then you would have been down like $1,000, right? So this one, I am definitely recommending it because a few things that people are going for is the LBJ, which is the supernova, the upcoming rookie draft class, and they're also sprinkling in some grails in there. All low percentage, but we live in a degenerate world. So people who
mhm.
spend $10,000-$20,000 on a meme coin, I know people who spend $10,000-$20,000 on one NFT within NBA Top Shot amongst their collection. You can see people with $1 million worth of NBA Top Shot um, on the daily. So it's actually a really crazy community.
All right. I'm excited. You got me hyped, and it's a great trade alert. I'm definitely excited to see how it turns out, but all of your trade alerts have been absolutely fire in the past. I don't think you've shipped out a losing one, to be completely honest with you. And I'm looking forward to hearing a little bit more about that trade alert from for next week. You're giving a little hint of a meme dog, so excited to hear more about that. I actually did last week for our private community. I actually did a meme cat. I talked a little bit about PopCat, and that didn't do too badly as well. I think it was right around like a 1.2, 1.3 billion dollar market cap, and it's touched like 1.5 billion since that call. So definitely all the rage in the meme coin world with dogs, with cats, with giga chads, with meme coins created by AI agents called Goatsius Maximus, just crazy time to be out there. So really appreciate kind of chopping it up with you today, Joe. It's always fun, and we'll definitely have a ton more for next week's rundown.
Yeah. See you guys next week.